back to this Trails to Azure Let's Play with me, SLJ RPG. In the last episode, we got a whole bunch of new things. We got a car, we saw the world a little bit. But in today's episode, we've basically got a whole bunch of special requests that we need to do. Ones that are urgent that we can't get around. So we've got a suspicious housing investigation, a missing umbrella, and then we have a beta testers required for Client Chief Roberts. So what we're going to do is go check out the Crossbell Civic Centre, which I do believe should be here in the administrative district. City Hall is no longer is now a multi-purpose centre rather than City Hall, Civic Centre. So let's go ahead and see here what we have to do. So welcome to Crossbell City Centre. Oh, thank you for coming, SSS. Right now we're here about the request. We have new members helping us out too. A pleasure. Nice to meet you. And you as well. Civic Center, feels weird having to say that now. Yes, I'm still getting used to the idea that this isn't City Hall anymore. I knew it had changed. I'll take some time getting used to it, true. Soon as City Hall functions will take place in the new building. In the meantime, the Civic Center is still performing some duties as a branch office. In that sense, it still has its uses. Good to know. Reception desks continue to operate at the point of contact for several city services. However, there's still some confusion, most necessary, leading to a lot of misguided inquiries. Sorry about that, it's not what you came here for. Sounds like you have your work cut out for you. Yeah, it does. Bureaucracy really isn't my thing. It's not mine either. If it were up to me, the entire area would be absorbed into the entertainment district. Civil service by day, nightclub by night. So the SSS would be more popular than ever if we made that happen. Probably. Why do we have a hand in that? What would our support request be? Our duty is to protect and serve, not prepare and serve alcohol, was he? There we go. There's a freak underneath Noel's external character, you can tell. Anyway, Lloyd, aren't you forgetting the reason why we're here? Alright, sorry about the support request then. Of course, yes, allow me to explain. Where the change of notice is required for a time, any citizen of the city plans to change address. We recently found suspicious names on some of these forms. Suspicious? That's right, names didn't belong to anyone registered within the city, to be precise. The that we found aren't listed as under any property or business, so hoping you look into each addresses these notices came from. Just to be sure, I'd like you to check with the prior residents as well. In other words, you want us to confirm the status of the previous and current tenant of each address. There's a possibility that this is a criminal matter, we can't ignore it. We'll investigate this. Okay, this is suspicious addresses. Do you now know the whereabouts of the previous tenants? No, we only know the location of the one of the people who moved. The others are unaccounted for. That's where we come in. It's best to start from the address the suspicious forms came from. We'll be able to learn something about the previous residents by investigating them. Should work. Maybe we have the list of addresses. I'll have a study, we'll hold on to it. Give us the copy. Alright, looks like there's a total of 3 places of interest. First one is residential. Ellie, do you recognise this address? House right next to grandfather's. Residents are high bloods. Is this the name of the company? So when Bond was living there, with his family last I knew. So, stop breaking in Bond. Wasn't that one of the nicest victims? It certainly was. Yes, I have a family going through a rough time from the incident, but no, they moved. Right, they got wrapped in something else, or we can say for sure, but Bond did submit a change of residence notice. He moved to East Street on the 2nd floor of the Arcania Apartments. That's just the place just left with the Bracer Guild. Wait, what? What's wrong? Well, it says the current resident of the Imperial Fishing Club. Never heard anything like that. We of course saw that. We haven't heard anything from any other ones. We haven't had as much time fishing as I would like. So it's no new address for the Fisherman's Guild. Could be they just changed the name. So as we'll find out when we get there. The last address of the floor, Lotus Heights in Downtown District. Gunther was the name of the previous tenant. No new address listed for him either. The new tenant's name is Sean Arnhem. Feels like I've heard that name somewhere before. His name of favourite fairy tale author. What? He wrote Mark and the Witch Deep Feast, one of the most popular children's book series. We came across his name when we investigated the ranch hideout. We certainly did. It was the part of a door, wasn't it? Considering he's been dead for years. There we go. Alright, I knew that. Investigate evolved into a ghost hunt. Okay, there's certainly a lot to carry on. So, we should propose submitted to use dubious forms. I suppose you're right. SAFKOS, we'll get that started right away. Okay, let's do this. Suspicious housing investigation started. Okay. So, we've got to go to... So, we've got the list of the resident adjacent to McDowell House, new resident in the High Bloods, old resident Bond, now resides in East Street, Arcania Apartments. So, let's head over to Residential District first. Should be fairly easy for us. I mean, we could use this. Where are you? Ah, nice. So, the area... I thought we would be going into this one. I still think that we might still be going into that one. Ooh. Yellow fancy car. Very nice. I'm guessing we're still locked out of this. Where's my geofrank keys gone? I don't feel like I would have misplaced them. So, this is the only building. Let's go have a check, see. This is the Madame. This must be the place. Excuse me, is anyone home? No luck. Is the door locked? No, it's open. I hear some voices inside. Those who talk said they didn't notice us. Then it's fine to walk us in, since it's already open. We are the cops, after all. Just because we're the police doesn't mean we can barge into people's homes whenever we want. We are entirely new semances. We don't have a choice. Let's go inside and make our presence known. Okay. Man, this morning drive was a thrill. Nothing like drifting in the rain. Being like crazy. Reggie, where are those girls you called? Should be here any minute by now. Oh, here they are. Perfect timing. Damn, they're pretty hot. Yeah, they're even more smoking than I thought they'd be. Excuse me? Just... Thanks, I think. What's going on here? Tell them that they think your hostesses could experience talking. Let's clear things up. With the Crossbell Police Department, we need to ask you questions. Make this quick. Okay. So you three came to Crossbell to study the culture. You found this house for sale while looking for a place to stay. You're here bored on a whim. Am I correct? That's it. What's the meaning of the name of the high bells on the residency form? You want to know? It's the name of our dynamic trio. Because we're of noble coursing through our veins. Perfect name for people who've been blessed by the goddess day. Okay. Higher ups at the Verne Company. Your status on the board of directors. You should be groveling at our feet. I'm not sure exactly what we should be doing. Finally. Don't have to tell us twice. Okay, so they are from the Verne Company. That's interesting. Looks like they're in a good time. Wouldn't mind staying. Spoiled brats coasting a pair of money. Shame before him fell into their hands. Can't imagine it's what Bond wanted. I didn't say anything illegal about that contract though. It's frustrating, but there's nothing more we can do about it. True, we should leave them alone for now. Let's check in with the residential district. Should we pay everyone a visit? I'd like to hear Simon's story. Okay, let's head to East Street. New home. They're staying at Acacia Apartments. So, let's do that. East Street. Here we go. We of course have been here before. So let's see who we can speak to. Oh, this is a mum. So this is where Noel must be from. It's good to know. There's a teddy bear there. I was unaware that they lived there. And here they are. We have visitors. I remember you. We're with the Crossbell Police Department, Special Support Section. You're born correct. We met during the cold incident. Of course. I want to express my gratitude all this time. Thank you so much. Mine as well. Thank you all for your done for our family. Not at all. We're merely doing our duty. Very true. Let's see you're doing well. It's only because of you I digress. There's a reason you came to visit today. There is. Spending an investigation board asked for details surrounding the move from residential district to East Street. Dubious change in residence forms. I take it that you'd like to hear some details of how I sold our old home. Yes, sorry, we need to confirm that's all above board. I understand where you're coming from. Truth of the matter is, we had to sell our house to repay our debt. As unfortunate as was, but it had to be the same real estate agency we'd originally bought from. Everything about the purchase was legitimate. So as I know, nothing remotely illegal occurred. It's a relief. You have no obligation to answer, but I know. Would you mind divulging how your family fell into debt? Well, as you may suspect, it was constant in my actions this spring. Memories from them are still a blur. I made ill-advised decisions while under the influence of that accursed blue pill. After the incident, our lives came crashing down and we fell into serious debt. And so, believe it or not, I feel blessed after everything that happened today. Thankfully, I was able to cover most of the debt by selling our assets. Hard thing to do, but I was also fortunate enough to keep my job. Most importantly, my wife and daughter stayed with me through it all. They still love the fool of a father and a husband. You must not say that again. We're a family. Nothing changes that. I made a vow through thick and thin. Okay. So it does appear that this one's lit. Dear, not while we're having company. You two have something special. The home is where the heart is. As long as you're together, where you live doesn't really matter, does it? It does not. I suppose you're right. Anyway, be working hard and making a fresh start. Keep my nose clean. That's funny. Reference to Coke. I don't know. I'll be sure to pay off the rest of our debt for my wife and daughter's sake. There we go. You're a good man. Let us know if you need assistance. Appreciate your cooperation. So, that one seemed fairly above board, unfortunately. But what can you do? Oh, hello. You, of course, know the kid. You speak with mother and father. Have a little chat with them. Wonderful parents, Anita. You think so, too? They've been really happy and close ever since we moved. You can ask about parents. Isn't that right, Marie? So it's like Marie agrees. I'm happy for them. From the words of Abundance family, let's continue the investigation. So it does appear that it looks like he's living a pretty fine life. So now what we should be doing is heading towards, not the adjacents, but we should go look at the new resident in the Imperial Fishing Guild. So let's go ahead and have a look at that. This is slowly but surely Arabonia's hands going in. So, let's make a look in. Currently under renovation, Imperial Fishing Club. Same as... Are you sure you don't know what happened, Lloyd? So let's say I haven't a focus what's been going on a Fisherman Guild lately. Oh, it doesn't look like the door's locked though. It's a little... You call yourself a fisherman? Yes, I do. It won't stand for your coercive practices. Did you hear that, Lloyd? Recognize those voices? Let's get inside. Excuse us. Oh, who are you? Who's there? It's Lloyd. You came at just the right time. Tell him, Lloyd. Crossbell branch of the Fisherman Guild is a place where all anglers are supposed to be friends and stand together, rod to rod. We of course know this. What are you talking about? So, you belong to the Fisherman's Guild, do you? Did you ever come to voice your futile grievances as well? So I'm a member, but fascist detective note to the man, explain why they are in the middle of investigation. Suspicious address. So it's true that we sent the residency form, but have yet to register as a business. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Lake Lord III. I met Arabonia's Lake Lord Company, the leading fisherman gear manufacturer in all Zemuria. So the Imperial Fishing Club is more other than a professional fishing organisation that I represent, the Lake Lord. Have you heard of it, Lloyd? Any fisher by this boat would be familiar with the Lake Lord name. Like I said, it's the most prolific fishing gear company on the continent. You can't cast your rod anywhere without seeing their stuff. They're well known. But what would the biz to the Imperial Company have in Crossbell? Business got to further grow and expand my glorious Imperial Fishing Club. You stand in our newest foothold. Here it is, fine print officers. Let's take a look at that. So, you can't let him get away with this. He's trying to oppress the Fisherman Guild. Oppress? That's right, sell the contract without even discussing it with certain. The pompous bass spared no mirror convincing the real estate company to sell it to him. We might have been a tad forceful, but we can assure you we followed all due processes. Furthermore, the establishment was wasted on commoners like you. Okay, so you're fishing is nothing more than a hobby or pastime. Let's see shoddy equipment. The discussion is over. We made a case perfectly clear. You understand. Leave us to inform Miss Certain, whoever else you need to. And leave the rest to you, sailor. Yes, sir. Okay. This isn't over. Something tells me he's not coming back. So it would appear, but did they break the lease? How did this happen? Can't let it end? Can't steal away our branch. We have to tell certain about this. How did this all begin? I'm a little confused. That's right, we've been absent for a while. Let's get out of the rain and find someone to talk. I'll call the muncher and have him come to Gazante Bar in the back alley. Please come too. We're gonna go ahead. See you there. Interesting. I wonder what led to this. Let's head to the jazz bar too. Okay, certainly will. To the back alley. So it feels like there has been some bad blood here between the real estate agents. First time we're really going to Gazante Jazz Bar though, so it's good to know. Here we go. Hey, glad we can make it. Sorry to drag you out here. Let's start the meeting. Truth is, the Guild had its activities paused for months. Think of it as self-assured suspension. So, because Joachim, the man behind the massive incident, was one of our members, we decided to take some time to reflect on what happened. Shouldn't feel accountable. We weren't directly involved in doing anything criminal, but Joachim was still one of our own, a Guild brother. Yet we never realised what he was capable of. We saw no sign that he was plotting all the demons that haunted him. Can't help but feel that maybe he could have helped him had we only noticed. Certain, it's not sure. Set that aside for now. Talk about a week ago, I received notice from a real estate company. Maybe got wind of suspension, I don't know. They came in the building was unoccupied and said our contract was null and void. This one informed us that they had signed a new contract with the Imperial Fishing Guild. We tried to get in contact with the Imperial Fishing Club after all that, but it didn't go well. So today we dropped by the branch. The representatives were inside acting like he owned the place. Sure is what the contract says, but we didn't learn the truth about it until today. The rest is all you already know. A little more complicated than I was expecting. I don't understand the situation. So the short later company is still pulling the strings behind the Imperial Fishing Club. So long as we have no issue with them wanting to expand their club at all, but not at our expense, not through the use of coercion. You understand why they hate us so much? It's harassment, plain and simple. So no one can do anything about it. For now, I think all we can do is wait and see. At this rate things are headed, get to spell the end of Fisherman Guild's Crossbell branch. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm going to start by ending a hiatus. Nice, that means Crossbell Branch Fisherman Guild is officially back in business. Been waiting for this. However, all members will be starting over at amateur fish rank. But also need to suspend the rank certification exam too. Wait, what? He's been planning to do that? You can't be serious. I'm a master fisher. Not anymore, you're not. All that hard work. It's not so bad. You rank up again in no time once the exam is back. Easy for you to say. You stalled at hobbyist fisher rank. Okay, guess that means I'm losing my rank too. Make up for it, I'll supply you with some new fishing gear. Here, take these. Primary World Fishing Notebook. Received Earthworm Dumplings. Leave you guys to it. It's me I get to work on finding us in your office. Let's reconvene to exchange any info we can dig up on Imperial Fishing Club's movements. Got it. Okay. So there is laws, you know, in some contracts. There's actually a thing just down the road from me where if you're not in business, they can take back the contract or lease that you have, but I don't know if that syncs. But it took a while. Finally got to the bottom of what's happening at the old Fisherman Guild building. That's all we can do for now. Alright, let's continue the investigation. About fishing. Various locations, fishing spots will be denoted by ripples. By inspecting the fishing spot, you can choose a rod bait and Lloyd will cast his line. Press A to fetch it in. Fishing spots in Crossbell, Harbour District and Residential District. We of course have been already. You know what, let's go ahead and get ourselves a little bit of a fish on. I think it's probably not a bad idea. I wish I could turn the turbo speed off. It's very, very annoying, but here we go. Don't tell you there was such an expert by our grandfather's house. We're going to fish, of course. Which rod do we use? We'll use the primary rod, and we shall use some of the earthworms we have grained. I'm not going to do any speed ups here. As there we go, our first fish of the game. And it is a carp. 55 out is better. It's a rarer balm. Here we go, but we've now finally got a fishing one. Front page, freshwater known. Still freshwater, nothing much more. Be dauntless. Okay. We'll go and do one at the Harbour District as well, because why not? We want all of our fishing. We want to fish at least in every spot at least once. Where's this other? So it's down by here, isn't it? Here we go. First spot for the year. I don't know if it was my first go fish spot, but it certainly was one. We use the dumpling, of course, seeing as we used the earthworm last time. Nothing is biting. Okay, we'll do an earthworm. Yeah, it's very important to do this in the middle of a mission. We get the hit. Is there going to be another carp? Probably is going to be another carp. A snow crab, 12 rag. Starter, a shell. But we can eventually use that too. Right, so we head to downtown, right, I believe, next in this build one. So, suspicious hunting. Furthermore, Zelda is searching for a new office. Fisherman guard back. Let's head there. Current status: the activity is suspended due to the cultist, but they will resume their work today begin today. Furthermore, Sweden was looking for a new office. Okay, so downtown district, lost 5 new resident S. Arnhem, Old Gunther, current whereabouts unknown. So let's head into Loftus Heights, and I believe this is the rule we're going to. So we come to the right place. Excuse us, is anyone home? No answer. Is it locked? It's bolted tight. Maybe you imagine things, but I think I sense a presence inside. The old pretend you're not at home, maybe you go away. Now what? Do we have to be very close on Pastoran? Indulge you? We might have to consider if there are options. What was that? Sounds like someone tipped their hand. Intuition was correct. Let's give them one more chance. Excuse me, we know you're there. I'd like you to ask you a few questions. Someone's stubborn. Maybe they jumped out the window. That'd be a problem. Here we go. Oh, are you ones making the racket? What's going on here? Sorry about that. We're a Crossbell Police Special Sports Section. We're to see the tenant of this apartment. You know who lives here. Well, of course, the thing is, how about you start by telling us what's going on? Sure thing. We investigate suspicious justice. That's your name. I guess you need ID to know who's living in your... Yes, I guess we owe you a body. What do you mean? To tell you the truth, this used to be my apartment. I'm Gunther. Indeed it does. And you are? I'm the dummy that forgot to submit his change of residence notice. Too late now, I suppose. Well, I have to submit by the end of the day. It'd be a great help. No, would you mind sharing why you chose to move? Well, I guess there's no avoiding it. Working as a trader years ago, screwed up and lost everything. That's how I ended up living here. An old business associate let me hand and help me get back on my feet. I offered him a job in Calvard a couple of weeks ago and accepted on the spot. Why are you still here living in Crossbell? Just from by. Thought I would. Everyone in the building who supported me when I needed the most. Don't know where I'd be if not for them. Ho, wasn't a big deal. Gotcha. Being honest with Gunther. Know about the new resident? Right. Something more should be known. I think his tenant situation is a bit different. Hey tenants, you in there? Mind opening up. There are police officers here. They say they're going to identify who's living here for legal purposes. Ah, looks like it's open. Do we do? Just don't go causing any trouble. Thanks for the cooperation. Interesting. Who are you? This looks like a nice apartment. Excuse us. Are you here to mock me? Huh? I asked you if you came to mock me. I'm Gable. I was once a died member and I've lost everything. There we go. Wait, I don't know you. Representative Gable of the Imperial faction, former representative. 100% Ernst after your transgressions and corruptions were exposed, so you know. Found the man you're looking for. What are you going to do with me now? You can see I'm completely broke, mirrorless. We'll be out of all this apartment if not for the mercy of an old acquaintance of mine. Sure you want to take advantage of me? Strip me of the dignity I have left. Of course not. We're only here to confirm whose current resident is. So, Mr. Gable, the current occupant of this room, right? Yes, that's correct. That's all we need to know. Nothing criminal is happening here, then you're fine. Question, why use such a ridiculous name on change of residency forms? It was suspicious, and you may be able to fool anyone with a name like that. You're not the one to talk about names, but yes, most suspicious on the list. Right. Truth has always been a fan of Sean Ornums. It was the only name I could think of while I was staring at the form. Oh, so that's why. It's intended for all ages, I suppose. Nothing wrong with being young at heart. I guess that's true. Shut up and leave me alone. You have come here. You have what you came here for. Let's get out of my home. Please excuse us. I think it's time, Lloyd. Right. We'll be going now. Indeed we will. That appears to be all of them, I believe. Never expected to run into Representative Gable. All things considered, he may not be better off than several other former Diet members. Were forced to resign in wake of the cult incident have made it much worse. They got their way deserved, but good luck convincing them of that. Takeaway is that past misdeeds always come back to haunt you. Still, sure he can turn his luck around, as long as he works hard to better himself and keep his nose clean. So I hope that Gable and all other former representatives can be reformed and find peace. I don't feel like doing the voices for this episode, I don't know why. Anyway, so do I. Hopefully Ernst can do one day too. Leader isn't just fearless, but he's also, compassionate. Commissioner Leader, happy go looks for some drinks at Trinity. We could use it after all that talk. We're still on duty. There are sort of checks we have to perform downtown. Then it takes care of this case. Let's head back to the Silver Centre and give a report. Okay. Let's go and do that. So, Administrative District. To the Civic Centre, please. Thank you. Speak to the lovely lady here. Investigation suspicious. Going, everyone. Finished. We're here to give our report. Handed over the resident list with correct names. There we go. Did a wonderful job. Interesting. Cover's moved into the residential district. People of Ereboni descent moved into East Street. As to downtown, what's this? Something wrong? No, I was expecting to read Mr. Gable's name anywhere. Mixed feelings about the matter, given how often I used to see him in this building for his falling out. It's strange, even after all we did, and everything that happened with the Imperial faction, I can't help but bring myself to hate that man. Know exactly how you feel. For better or worse, he seemed like a straightforward person. At least he started that going for him. Nothing else, his taste in literature is innocent. Guess that is true. Please wraps up your investigation. Next step is the residential affairs file, paperwork, sort this all out. Thank you all for your help today. You're welcome. Happy to be of service. Please know if you need the SSS again. Very nice. Special housing investigation complete. So that is the first of one of the ones. So let's head back to the special support section. We can go to the we've got a garage section now. It's very interesting. We can check requests. Go ahead and report this to HQ. Go over the reports. Get the 4. Get the 1,000. Give me all the mirror, please. Now, we're going to not do the missing umbrella today. We're going to go do the one pom-pom thing, because we'll do 2 requests at a time. So let's head towards the IBC. Talk to Lanfei. God, there's cars everywhere. The evolution is very, very real. Okay, Here we go. Here we are. Let's head to the counter and ask about Chief Robert's requests. Share details, please speak in Landfay. Look who it is. Is it going to be Data Croy? Mayor Croy. And Maribel too. I'm going to do the voices for this one. Right. Are you working at the IBC today? That's right. A bit of bank work never piling up that I couldn't put off any longer. Thankfully, Bear was here for me to lean on. We knocked it out in no time. It feels ages since I've seen you all. How have you been, Ellie? I've been well. Fortunately, the SSS resumed activities yesterday. Let me have a good look at you. Indeed. Whoa. Whistle. Yes, yes, yes. Wait, Belle. You're in tip-top shape. So soft, so warm, supple, yet muscular. I could just eat you up. Now, you're not supposed to give everyone the wrong idea, Belle. Oh, 1 second, guys. My controller just appeared to stop working. There we go. By the way, Lloyd, you haven't tried anything inappropriate with my dear Ellie, sweet Ellie, have you? Not yet. No, what's that supposed to mean? You're a dangerous man, Lloyd Bannings. Don't think for a second I'll be taking my eyes off of you. You know what happens if I find out Ellie's innocence has been defiled, don't you? Someone just had their death flag raised. Belle, please. Come on now, Belle. We haven't seen them in a long time. Take it easy on the poor chap. It's so good to see you again, ladies and gentlemen of the special support section. But what else, I'm glad to see Noel and Wazzy are fitting right as the new members. Now I would take this opportunity to congratulate the SSS on officially returning to active duty. That's kind of you to say, sir. I should thank you again for that little recommendation as well. It's nice to finally meet you, and thank you very much for the Opal car. Driving her is a dream come true. Glad to hear it. I hope it helps you all in your work. Moments like these make becoming the new mayor all worth it. It's rather stressful to balance time between being mayor and the CEO of IPC. You're the one who chose to run for mayor, Father. I keep telling you to let me help more. Sorry, Bill, I'm too worried about Crossbell's future to sit back, relax, and let somebody else do all the heavy lifting. I don't deny sometimes bite off more than I can chew, but I like to think I have a tendency to go above and beyond. Father always admired that about you, Uncle. I've heard him say things like, Crossbell is in dire need of some more politicians that have his youth and vigor. Indeed. That's praise coming from someone as seasoned as Speaker McDowell. However, I'm still only a novice in the political arena. I'm only a novice in the political arena. There's so much more to learn, especially from someone like him. There we go. Who knew? Who knew? Right, and then... Father, it's time for your meeting at City Hall. It's time for your meeting at City Hall. Oh, I nearly forgot. Please excuse us, ladies and gentlemen. You know how it is. Duty calls. No problem. Sorry for stopping you like this when you're so busy. Not at all. It was good to catch up with you. If you ever run into trouble at work, don't forget you can come to me directly. As for the SSS is concerned, I'm always happy to do everything in my power to help. We appreciate it. Please take care of you two. I plan anything for you, Ellie. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye for now, my little SSS. Until next time. There we go. They are interesting. They seem busy as ever. Imagine their attention is on the trade conference at the end of the month. At this point, I suspect their schedules are planned out to the minute. All cars aside, they do seem to have our backs. The SSS is in our debt. I hope they're finding themselves too. Let's remember what we came for here. Chief Roberts is a request waiting for us. Let's get to the reception desk. Okay. Do we trust Mayor Croy? That is the question. Anyway. Good day, Lanfay. Miss Madar, special pleasure will reach you here today. Requested by Chief Roberts of the Epstein. I see, can certainly help you out there. So at the moment, it shouldn't take too long. We're gonna have to play a game. Hey guys, good to see you again, Chief Roberts. You hear about my request? Huge help. I really wants to see this. Sounded like it could be fun. Something about the final test of a new product. I believe it's called Pom Party or something? I believe I've heard that name before. Yeah, was that the name of... You guys are gonna get a kick out of this one. Can you get started? Yeah, we're good to go. Give us more details about what we'll be doing. I'd love to. Long short of it is we plan to release a fun little Audible game called Pom Pom Party. It's a game that Audible terminal owners can play with another via the Audible network. An Audible game, different to a game like billiards or poker. Similar that you can win and lose, but the rules are to be followed. There's one major difference. This game is you can play on the Audible terminal screen. Really, the Audible technology really can do anything. So that would mean a test you wrote on about having us exactly allow you to playtest POM. Here's a code during the development cycle, so bug testing is critical. It's an important step. Why have you not someone from the Foundation taken care of it? 2 would normally be the one testing this. There's a problem with that though. There are 2 problems. To be more specific, they've led me to seek out help from outside. What are the 2 problems? Glad you asked. 2 sometimes likes to activate an AI system while playing the game, and not always consciously. To do it while testing, the data would get back wouldn't be very useful. AI system, something to do with the gear that TOS will work. She's basically got an big orbal key, like head key thing. Anyway, I suppose this is a good opportunity to explain things from top. It says the name of the program, built on TO's chest protector, low latency activation of arts, renewable stuff, and even boosts high-speed data processing abilities. To give those 2 as primary functions of the AI system. It takes incredible aptitude to master a complicated system. Tia was managing something so complicated, it's tough to pass these kind of subjects without her here. It's so special to processing data or whatever. How exactly does it screw up the testing? About that. Materials AI system, she can perform chains that no average player could. She has survived the floor of anyone who's playing. Jono's the usual victim, he's never won once. But I'm saying not saying Tio is cheating or anything, please don't tell her I said that. She sure isn't. What's the other? Good questions, because it's what we call a multiplayer game. Like I said before, it's designed for users to play across the orbital network. First would think best to start with a practical test room within the city. So, isn't it? Okay, believe it or not, the games are like this. I've been playing since the early days of the Orbital Network product. Because widespread, people will be able to enjoy the game. For example, you can play with your friends on a rainy day like this without ever leaving your home. What a time to be alive! It is time to be alive. Time to present them for me to you, Pom Pom Party Beta. It's a memory quartz. Sure is. Memory quartz has Pom Pom stored in it. If you saw the terminal on the ESS building, you can play right away. Install it, in other words, we put program data onto the terminal. Since you did that before, I think I can manage. Let's handle that early. Enigma number and Pom Pom Party account. Okay, so we're going to be playing him. Sort of required to play him, don't think about it too much. Just have my account name after you've installed the Pom Pom Party. After that, call me and tell me what you do next. Think you can handle it. I think we'll manage. So back to the ESS and get started on our beta playing test. I'm guessing I'm going to have to play some Pom Pom Party, whatever that may mean. So let's go ahead and go to the special support section. Thank you very much, good sir. Install our quartz. According to Chief, we'll be able to install the memory quartz in the terminal. Would you do the honours? Glad to. That should do it. Let's find the kind of information she gave us. Aren't you skilled? It's like nothing Eddie can do. She's well versed in all politics. We'll really appreciate it. I need to learn how to use the keys terminals. Very welcome. Should we contact Chief Roberts? Let's do that. If I remember correctly, it's like Tetris. Everything's okay, what do we do next? Have a match with me, try building up Pom Party for your terminal. To put on display, you can play with me if I select it. Right it, why don't you be the one to challenge me, Mr. Special Support Section Leader? Sure, why not? Control's all yours. Beat me on my own game. Are you a man that I entrust my little Tio to? Be the judge of that, Lloyd Bannings. Century about transparent graph. Overprotective dad versus overprotective dad. The match of the century. Let the games begin. Play Pom Party. Info. Suppose I get where you control poms for. We're going to fit them together to the lamp below. 4 different colour poms. Shining pom make 5 different types. A and B buttons. Purpose they fall. Connect 3 matching poms, including shining poms. Spin them, let them disappears, regardless of colour. Get 100 CP for shining pom, you pop. When CP rises above 100, press Y plus LOB to make an S-craft. Higher the CP, the more effective your S-craft will be. Poms in the centre rise to the top, it's game over. Okay, so it's basically Tetris. Fuck you, Roberts. There we go, okay, I get it. I get it. Is this the way to go? Is this the way to go? I think this is the way to go. Green hit. Okay, I'm getting it. There we go. I'm sucking. I'm sucking right now. Here we go, won that. There we go. Okay, we're getting it. Won that. Won that. Nice, nice, nice. That one makes my sense. No, it doesn't. That one does. Getting a whole bunch of chain here. La 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 la. There we go. I'm not doing well. Not doing well at all. There we go. That's what we wanted. Do that because I want to get this one down. Next green we see. It's going to be good for us. Boom. There we go. Red down there. Ah, perfect. Okay, we lost that one. I lost. Honestly, feels pretty bad. Looked like you were into it. Which new player was just me kind of bad at it. Consider you developed the game same level as total beginner, so it's totally pathetic. Well, probably you go right. Oh god, I lost. What a match. Still doing this one for ages. Man's still racing. Okay, there goes the theory. How's the test results? Absolutely perfect. Connection in the city. They like the city was stable. Browsing success. Good to hear. Maybe you have the beta version, you can update it on full release eventually. Once the full version is out, you can be playing more players you can challenge. Be glad if you played as many people as you could. If you have one rematch, I'll be glad to give you another shot at the crown. That seems good. Certainly was a weird thing. Good to know. We did that one. I'm guessing we don't get all of the CP because we didn't win the detective points. Sorry, but let's check requests. Let's report that one to the HQ. 3 for 3, and we do get some money. But what I'm going to say is, if you've enjoyed this, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time where we take on the final support request. Peace.